There's something unusual about the moment you clicked on this video. Not the algorithm, not the thumbnail, something deeper. Almost like a signal finally reached you after traveling through months, maybe even years, of static. And here's the part that might sound strange, but stay with me. This exact message, the one unfolding right now, is designed to appear in your life only once. Not because of some mystical rule, but because that's how genuine transformation works. When something clicks into place, it doesn't need to announce itself again. The door opens, you walk through, and that specific door closes behind you. Not to keep you out, but because you're already on the other side. I know that sounds like some dramatic spiritual metaphor, but I'm not talking about magic or manifestation or any of that. I'm talking about something you've felt before, but never had language for. That moment when a single conversation, or even a single sentence from a stranger, permanently shifts how you see yourself. And you never forget it, but you also never need to hear it again. Once it lands, it lives inside you, doing its work quietly. It rewrites how you make decisions, how you show up, how you interpret what happens next. That's what I mean by appearing once. The information doesn't repeat because you've already absorbed it. You're walking around with it now, whether you realize it or not. Think back to the last time something in your life actually changed. Not a surface level shift like trying a new habit for 3 days, but a real transformation. The kind where your inner settings get rewritten. If you trace it back, there's almost always a moment, a sentence that hit differently, a person who showed up at the perfect time, a failure that taught you what 50 successes never could, a random Tuesday where something just clicked, and those moments never announce themselves. You don't wake up thinking, today's the day everything shifts. You only recognize it afterwards. You look back and realize that was the turning point, the thing you needed to hear, and you only needed to hear it once. But here's where it gets uncomfortable. We are terrified of things that only happen once. We crave guarantees. We want the person to stay. We want the lesson to repeat. We want the opportunity to circle back so we can take it next time, if we weren't ready the first. We treat one-time moments like mistakes, as if life messed up by not giving us a second chance. So we chase. We recreate conditions. We reach back out to people who already delivered what they came to give. We rewatch videos hoping they'll hit the same way. We go back to the well even after the water's been drawn. And the frustration we feel when it doesn't land the same? That's not failure. That's completion. Life's way of saying, it already served its purpose. I've watched this pattern unfold in my own life more times than I can count. There was a person I met once in a coffee shop. We talked for maybe 30 minutes. I don't remember their name, but I remember one sentence they said. Most people spend their whole lives waiting for permission to become who they already are. Something rewired inside me that day. I didn't need to see them again. I didn't need a follow-up conversation. That short moment did what it was meant to do. It handed me a mirror I had been avoiding, and once I looked into it, I couldn't unsee what was there. The lesson anchored. The energy completed its loop. That person will never know how deeply they shifted my path. And that's the beauty of it. The exchange completed itself smoothly. No loose ends, no unfinished business. Just a clean transfer, and then we both moved on. That's how life works when you stop forcing things. Lessons appear when your awareness is ready. And I don't mean that in some mystical manifestation sense. I mean your perception expands to a point where you can finally notice what has been there all along. Like when you learn a new word and suddenly see it everywhere. The word didn't multiply. Your brain finally started letting it in. That's what readiness actually means. It's not about attracting new experiences. It's about becoming capable of noticing what you once filtered out. Right now, at this exact moment, you're in a state of readiness. Otherwise, this video wouldn't have stopped you. You would have kept scrolling. You would have clicked away within seconds. But something in the first lines hooked you because it matched the frequency you're already vibrating at. Maybe you've been stuck, but not lost. Maybe you've been sensing a shift, but couldn't name it. Maybe you're tired of searching for answers. Maybe you hoped, quietly, that this would be the last place you needed to look. If any of that resonates, it's because you're standing at a threshold. And thresholds are delicate. You can't force your way through them. You have to be invited. This video is that invitation. But here's what almost everyone gets wrong. The insight doesn't come from the message itself. It comes from what the message activates inside you. I could say the same words to 100 people, and maybe only 5 would feel that internal click. Not because the others lack intelligence or awareness. They're just at a different point in their cycle. You don't control readiness. You don't schedule your turning points. You wake up one day and realize you've been ready for a while. And once you grasp that, everything changes. Because if readiness simply reveals opportunity instead of creating it, then nothing is late. You didn't miss your chance. You're not behind. The things meant for you have always been orbiting quietly, waiting for your awareness to catch up. It's like one of those optical illusions where you stare at an image and can't see the hidden figure. Then someone points it out, and suddenly it's the only thing you can see. The image didn't change. Your perception did. So when I say this video only appears once, I don't mean it disappears from YouTube. I mean it only hits you once like this. This version of you, with this history, this ache, this awareness. 6 months from now, if you watched again, it wouldn't land the same. Not because the words changed, but because you did. That's not a problem. That's evolution. That's transformation protecting itself from becoming entertainment. And this is important. We live in a world that monetizes the search for meaning. Endless videos, endless advice, endless content pretending to hold the secret. It's easy to get stuck collecting insights like tokens, but collecting isn't integrating. Knowing isn't becoming. At some point, you must stop searching and start living what you already know. That's the difference between people who grow and people who stay stagnant. Growth requires closing loops. The ones who evolve take the message, absorb it, let it rewire them, and then move. The ones who stay stuck keep searching for a better version of the truth they already have. Integration is uncomfortable. It's slow. It feels like nothing is happening, but that's where everything is happening. That's where the external message becomes internal reality. And when that shift completes, the need to keep searching fades. Not because you know everything, but because you finally trust what you already carry. Life stops feeling like a scavenger hunt and starts feeling like a path you're actively constructing. That's what trusting the process really means. Not blind faith, but recognizing that guidance arrives exactly when you're capable of using it, not earlier. Earlier, you wouldn't have been able to hold it. You would have heard the words, but missed the meaning. You would have nodded, but nothing would have changed. But now something in you is ready. That's why this moment matters. That's why this message found you now. And once the circuit completes, once the click happens, the loop closes. No loose ends, no unfinished energy, just completion. Life is efficient like that. If lessons repeated endlessly, we'd drown in reruns. Instead, life lets moments come once, shift us, and move on. I see people talk about conversations from years ago, moments they revisit often, not because they're stuck, but because those memories still breathe inside them. The impact lasted without needing the person or moment to return. That's closure. That's completion. Not drama, not big goodbyes. Just the quiet recognition that what needed to happen already did. Now here's the part that might unsettle you. If this message only needed to appear once, and you're hearing it right now, what does that mean when this video ends? It means the searching phase for this specific question is over. You're not going to find a clearer answer, because the answer isn't in the video. It's in what the video just activated in you. This time it sticks. This time your system is integrating it. And once the integration is complete, you won't need to come back for this. You'll already be living it. Big revelations rarely feel dramatic. Most of the time, insight feels like quiet clarity. Like, of course. A subtle recalibration. A slight exhale. Maybe a decision you finally make. Maybe something you let go of. Maybe just a lightness in your chest. That's the shift. That's the signal. That's the moment the message becomes yours. And from here, the next phase begins. Not the next search, the next embodiment. You take what clicked and you live it until it becomes automatic. Now, if anything in this message landed, even slightly, I want you to do something uncomfortable. Scroll down to the comments and type 4 words. This loop is closed. No explanation, no story, just the declaration. Because when you turn a private realization into a public statement, something in your nervous system registers the shift. And if you know someone trapped in the endless search, someone collecting answers but never integrating them, share this. Invite them to write it too. Those small declarations become tiny engines that keep you moving when doubt tries to drag you backward. So hear me clearly. You don't need more answers. You don't need another video or another teacher. You need to trust what you already know. You need to give yourself permission to stop searching and start building. The difficult part isn't learning. It's integrating, not knowing, embodying. And that work doesn't happen here on the screen. It happens inside you, in the quiet, when you choose who you're becoming. This message found you because you were ready for it, and it won't need to find you again, because once is enough. The circuit is complete. The energy has moved. The shift is already underway. You're not the same person who clicked on this video. Something rearranged, something settled, something opened. That clarity you feel, even if it's subtle, that's your compass now. Trust it. Follow it. Watch your life align with the version of you you've been trying to reach. The loop closes here. The search ends here. Not because there's nothing left to learn, but because you've learned what this moment came to teach. From here, you move forward. Different, lighter, awake. And this message, it did exactly what it came to do. It found you. And now, it lets you go.